This podcast is produced by the Suncoast Professional Firefighters and Paramedics, IAFF, Local 2546. It's intended for informational purposes only. The information presented in this podcast should not be considered legal, financial, or medical advice. Additionally, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this podcast are the speaker's own and do not represent the views of the host or affiliated organizations such as the International Association of Firefighters, the Florida Professional Firefighters, or any fire department, government, or governmental agency. The content of this podcast is not intended to serve as an advertisement for or endorsement of any political candidate or political party. This podcast remains the property of Suncoast Professional Firefighters and Paramedics, IAFF Local 2546, and is produced for its exclusive use. Any use, reproduction, or rebroadcast of this podcast without the written authorization from Suncoast Professional Firefighters and Paramedics, IAFF Local 2546, is strictly prohibited. Welcome again to the 2546 Leatherhead Experience. We're into the lucky number 13th episode. First of all, I don't know how we made it this far without getting canceled or some shit, but here we are, and we have yet in an unprecedented move, back-to-back weeks, full table once again. So I'm going to start, much like I did last week, left to right and work our way around the room here a little bit. So we got Sean Lucas, who
I'm back, motherfuckers,
AKA the OG, and we have Greg too, but we'll get to Greg. But two OGs, like episode 1 OGs, right? So welcome back. He's in his spirited
USA baby tonight, taking it to round 16.
Yeah, I don't know when this will get posted, but tonight we're taking on Bosnia.
That's right.
And so we will see what happens tonight, cheering on our team. Hopefully they make it through the 250 celebration this weekend. So yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we have Seth Burnett, one of our business agents from Southern Manatee with us today. So we're doubled up on Southern Manatee folks today.
We are. Let's go.
So Dan Anderson's ears are probably burning as we speak. He's probably experiencing a disturbance in the force of some sort. Right?
I always warn him. I was like, hey, do the podcast again, because just
give him a heads up. Give him a heads up.
Hear from me first.
Be good, Sean.
Just in case he hears from a commissioner or two.
Sean's been doing that his whole career.
Yeah.
A lot of heads up.
Yeah.
Hey, County Firefighter of the Year, Department Firefighter of the Year. I think I'm doing good.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, one fuck up erases every bit of those.
So true.
I didn't
So
say
good things in your files. Trust me, ask me how I know.
It's like being married.
Yeah. One fuck up screws up 20 years of good shit. Some real bad fuck up, right?
So true.
We got another one of our business agents in here today, Danny Felico.
How's it going, everyone?
What's up, Danny?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, he's
Talking into the mic.
Punta Gorda member, and we'll talk about as we get into our Parrish DVP, newly appointed or elected Parrish DVP, Casey Shue.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Happy to be here.
So Casey's a man of many words, and that's not
About
true.
all you're going to get from me.
That's definitely not true. So Casey, and we're going to talk a little bit about Parrish stuff today, but Casey was here today, hence the reason why we had a couple of our business agents here today. And we're going to talk about why we're all here today here in a second after we introduce Greg, our Manatee County political liaison, and another episod 1 OG.
That's right.
Here today.
And
then for you guys watching, you'll notice that Greg and I have these new stylish Leatherhead Experience shirts, right? And designed by Greg himself. And so we're wearing the inaugural shirts, and we just got them today. We may or may not end up having these for swag sales. So we'll definitely discuss that.
To be determined.
You
may have to be on the show to get one.
I like it.
That's probably where we're going with it.
I like that.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so you get, come on the show, you get to drink whatever you want to from the president's office, and then you get to get a shirt. So, we're really, and a raffle ticket, right, and all kinds of stuff. So we're really trying to get people involved. And then I'm your president, Jason. So today, Casey came by. So Parrish is brand new into our local, right? And part of the strength of our local is the strength of our numbers, right? So Parrish is new. Almost all of their members have signed a union card, right? We're close to being 100% at Parrish, which is awesome. And we don't throw them into the deep end of the pool by themselves. That's kind of why you join 2546. We help you immediately. You get the full weight of this organization at your disposal and all the resources we have available to us, including these two fucks.
Yeah.
My business agents, two of my business agents, right? And
The full weight.
we're getting ready. We're getting set up for first Parrish negotiations. So Casey was in here today. Again, we all hands on deck for all of our members all the time. And so Casey and Yago today, we're in here today, going over, getting ready for bargaining our first contract, which is always exciting in different units. That first contract is always an exciting thing for members to watch and see and be a part of, and get to see your union at work and what we do and why we're so good at what we do. And so we were setting up for that. So you got sworn in, I think what, like 3 months ago, right? Ish.
April, I believe.
Yeah. And so, and that's when all the Parrish members got officially sworn in, right?
Correct.
So, in your 3 months, you've been at FBF convention. You've been in the office a little bit. Just talk about what you've seen. I know when we get new members in, we took your stewards with us to FBF convention, at least a couple of them. The experience of all the holy shit, this is a union and we're big as hell, right? So talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been overwhelming. I mean, what goes into this whole process, understanding, the legal aspect of it, what our rights are. There was a lot of talk at Parrish about trying to start our own local in the beginning, and man, I'm really glad that we went this route. Really glad. You guys have no idea how glad I went with this route.
Yeah.
Becoming the DVP, I'm glad everybody, stood behind me for that decision. Didn't realize what I was getting into, not gonna lie. But it's been a great process so far, and really excited to get moving and try to get this first contract locked in.
Yeah. And so your feelings of not knowing what the hell you're getting into, don't worry. All of us have experienced that at some point, right?
You never know.
I mean, even like Danny kind of knew a little bit because he had been a steward for Punta Gorda with Alex for a little while, and then became DVP, and then I made him when I got elected. He was one of my first picks to get to become a business agent. Seth was kind of a quasi steward at Southern. Came to me and said, "Hey man, I want to be more involved, and I have a skill set." And Kaish and Foss, two people I respect very much, said, "Hey man, give him a shot at something." Very glad I did. But Seth, I could tell you 1 month in was probably like, "What the fuck did I? This is a lot."
Yeah.
It's a steep learning curve.
Yeah. You got to learn quick. Trial by fire.
Yeah, we don't fuck around here, right? Just like Fabrizi says, 2546, we don't fuck around. So there's a steep learning curve to this, and that's why I love having guys like these two who are skilled at what they do. I'm pretty good, as everybody's kind of said and well documented, of identifying talent and then using it to my advantage as much as possible. And so these two have stepped into those roles, and we're helping him today. Because there is a lot of legal stuff that goes into this, right? And there's a lot of other things that go into it, right? Things we can and cannot do, right? So, some people think, well, we can say this. Well, we can't, right? We can't do this. There's a statute, has what it has. And that's what these guys are here to help everybody understand that stuff. And that's kind of why we're all here, and I get it. Sometimes union members will ask me, well, why didn't we do this? Well, because legally we're not even allowed to do some things, right? That's what these guys do to keep you out of trouble. They also give you ideas because they're, Steph's been part of the Sarasota process. He's been part of the Southern Manatee process for a long time. But part of the Sarasota process that's going on now, that's been his probably the most eye-opening experience of his entire professional career.
Yeah. 100%. Much love to Sarasota.
He's
Love you guys.
He stepped in a few disciplines there and saw and seen how having an HR department isn't exactly a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
God bless special districts.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Amanda Glover.
Because
Chief
if Southern
Schreiner.
or Cedar or Parrish, for the most part, HR is the fucking fire chief, right? And
Yeah.
and you deal with that
So nice.
person, right? At county and city municipalities, there's an HR department because there's more than just the fire department. And let's just say, HR sometimes has a difficult time understanding that we are different, right? We're recognized as high risk, special risk in the state of Florida. And sometimes they try to treat us like, and we're a union. Like a lot of these places, the employees themselves are not unionized, right? The general employees are not unionized. And so they try to treat us like they treat general employees. And we're like, well, first of all, I'm wrong, right? We're in a union, so wrong. We have rights, right? You may not like those. You may not agree with them. It doesn't fucking matter, right?
Not your choice.
Yeah, we have those, right? 2, we're different, right? We put our lives and bodies on the line for the citizens. The state recognizes that. That's why we're called special risk. And yeah, we get benefits that general employees don't get, in which they don't really like or agree with, especially HR departments, and they bring that up. And my answer is consistently plenty of opportunity to go to fire school. In fact, we have scholarships available to send you.
We're about to have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, don't fucking, go ahead and do it. And of course they don't like that answer. Right. So, that's okay. Right. And Seth's been privy to some of that now.
Yeah. Yep.
I knew when I
Different world.
Yeah. When I told Seth, cause Danny works for a city, he knows how that works. Right. And Sang, my other business agent, he works for a county, so he kind of knows it. Seth never got to experience that, and so I'm like, well, Seth, I'm going to give you to Sarasota County this go around. Yeah. Because I want
Seth
you.
loves
You're welcome.
those things.
You're welcome.
He loves to be not like vetted in and understand. Just throw him into the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I want you to see how the other half lives.
Unprepared.
Like I said, yeah. Trial by fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, well,
Jedi light skills, bud.
like we said, we're not going to throw Casey in the deep end of the pool, but I had no problem doing it to Seth.
Yeah.
So, and he had us, right? So all of us at the county and others that have been around for a little while. He's done a great job. I know their DVP, Tim, loves him. He's brought an actually AI component to our negotiations now between this AI recording system that he's brought in. That's been worked real well for us for negotiations. At Sarasota County, we have this OWL thing that we've discovered that makes our negotiation tapings look like a fucking movie, apparently, because every time someone talks, it'll pick up and go right to their face.
Pretty cool.
Type shit. Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah, because it's like, I watched one time. I was like, oh, fuck. I got to watch my facial expressions and everything because they can actually see what I'm doing and thinking.
When you don't agree with something,
through you.
what the fuck?
Yeah. I go like this, and it picks up like anger, Yeah, this guy's got anger going on. Well, that's while walking the damn door most days. But yeah, so working on Casey's deal, right? We did about, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hours of work today. Got through a lot of it, and we have a few more meetings coming up prior to negotiations. I think we want to kick it off sometime this summer, right, to get it going. And he's going to talk to his chief about that and start getting some dates for us to get going with that. Because I know the members are excited and want to see what's going on, right? July 13th is our next executive board and general membership meetings. That's when we'll be swearing in DeSoto. So they actually get a trustee and a DVP because DeSoto County gets a trustee, like to every other county. There's a Manatee County trustee for all the Manatee County departments. Sarasota, same deal. Charlotte, same deal. DeSoto, same deal. And then we have 3 at large. So 7 total. Well, because DeSoto's the only department in DeSoto County, they get to name their trustee, right? So they have a trustee and a DVP getting sworn in right after they get sworn in as members, right? And then we'll start that process with them. And I know they're excited to get going too.
Okay, so you guys are in such good hands. I've used the union a few different times, and for things for me that the department thought
What
that
do you
they
mean?
could do. And I was like, pump the brakes. Hold on a second. Let me make a phone call. They don't like that. They don't like, hey, let me make a phone call, because they know who you're calling, and they know that you're not playing. You're not playing any games, because
You're not going to roll over.
no, I'm not the one to roll over, but you're in really good hands.
I mean, even
honestly.
today they were
the machine here.
him and I know his name's not Yago, but I'm still calling
Jago.
Yeah, I'm still calling him Yago. Okay, I'm from South Florida. God damn it, it's Yago. All right, fuck it. But anyway, Casey and Yago were in here today, and they told me a situation where an individual was wondering if he should get a union rep or not. The answer is always yes, right? And so
100%.
we had cards ready, right? All right, like, hey, here's your card, man. Read this statement. If a chief wants to question you, you read this statement. If his answer is anything but no, then you read the next statement, right? And literally carry this card in your back pocket at work. Put it in your bunker gear.
Yep, those will be getting handled out.
I didn't have to go that far. They do phone call. They knew what I was doing. So
yeah.
luckily everything curved real quick.
You know, sometimes, I mean, we just had this thing go on in Sarasota County this past week where they were like, oh, no, you don't need a union rep. And the guy's like, no, but I want one. And they're like, yeah, but you don't really need one. No, but I want one. And then they're like, oh, okay. And it's like,
Yeah.
Because they know.
yeah, like, here's the deal, man. Just, one thing, not every chief is to do things. My chief is a great example of how it should be done. He literally just tells people, hey, I've let your DVP know
He already made the phone call.
you're coming in on this day, and shift
He'll meet you there.
steward is going to be there with you. Like he just, hey, listen, if the chief's meeting with a guy and it has to do with anything, he's just, hey man, bring somebody in with you. And then sometimes not even
Why
unit
not?
shit. It's just bring in your lieutenant with you, just to have
I always ask, this is me because I've been through this situation a few times. I always ask, do I need a DVV representative? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, is it disciplinary? That's my second question. And they're like, possibly.
Then
I'm
I
like,
did.
well,
the
then
answer is yes.
then I need to make a phone call.
Then the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So
Right, so our wine garden rights. So members, we have wine garden rights. It's a federal right. It was a U.S. Supreme Court case, but basically, and that's on their cards, right? The statement is basically, I'm paraphrasing here, but whether it's informal, formal, fact finding, whatever it is, if a chief or admin or somebody wants to or supervisor wants to question you about something that happened, he asks the question and says, well, if at any point can my answers to the questions lead to discipline for myself or others and or a change in working conditions? If their answer is anything but no, if it's, I don't know, depends on how you answer, maybe, yes.
We'll see.
The
a
next
great
thing is-
clue. A great clue is when they bring out the tape recorder. You know.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, what's that
know.
for?
Yeah, you know.
What's that for? Right? It's
No
like,
comment.
it's like when the So if it's anything but no, then you invoke your what's called your wine garden rights, and they in turn have to allow you to get a union rep. And each department has their own policies and procedures to that. Most of which are, okay, let's find the on-duty shift steward and get him down here.
Seth, how many times have I called you? And it may not even be for me. It's something I hear.
Yeah.
How many times have I called you?
Yeah, they nicknamed me
You can
the
plead the
offices of Bernetti and Bernetti.
That's awesome.
That's how I start my conversation. Are we talking the offices of Bernetti and Bernetti, or are we talking something?
Or we're just talking to Sean. Yeah. It's like shit.
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah. Is this a Sean problem or is this a Bernetti and Bernetti problem? Yeah. So it's
By the way, if you would like to be a sponsor, Bernetti and Bernetti,
Would they like to sponsor a golf tournament?
we will take sponsors.
yeah.
Oh, so you're going to sponsor the golf tournament?
Whatever we got to do.
$200, but I can get the computer right now. Actually, it's right here.
Bernetti and Bernetti.
Where's your credit card?
First of all, I know what he gets paid. It isn't from the union, at least. It's not. He's not sponsoring shit.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
enough.
I mean, in my defense, he said, "I will do it for no pay."
That's a fact.
So then I
fact.
paid him something.
Golf tournament doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So then when I paid him something, I said, "Well, I'm doing more than no pay." Right?
That's right.
So
You have a drink.
I remember that story.
yeah, Greg did the same thing. He's like, "Hey, I'll do it for no pay." I'm like,
He's
"No,
like,
no,
hey,
no."
hey, do you want to do this? I'm like, sure. And he's like, months later, he's like, hey, I need your info. I'm like, why? He's like, send the check. I'm like, oh, we're getting paid. Like,
Yeah.
I just thought you needed help.
Yeah. So it's if people are doing like these two and Danny and others, you're working. This is almost your side. Yeah, this is your side deal, and it's in our bylaws and constitution. These positions, right? So yeah, I'm going to pay you. Now, granted,
Well worth the money.
Granted, it's probably not worth. We were talking about this with Casey and Yago earlier. If you really broke down how many
Below minimum wage.
the hours that we put in,
I lose money.
it comes to 48 cents an hour.
We're paying to represent you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bernetti and Bernetti.
Welcome to the show, Danny.
Bernetti and Bernetti, we're paying to represent you.
There's your slogan, bud.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, it's so true.
Yeah. I tried to get, so we were talking about this earlier. Everybody kind of looked at me as the next guy up to become president. And when Phil was getting ready to get out of here, and I was, I get it. I was a logical choice. I was the only business agent at the time and the only political officer at the time.
Kind of pretty much lines that up.
So yeah, problem, right? So I don't know how I made it, but sometimes, but
I can't imagine.
yeah. So I honestly was like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of comfortable doing what I'm doing. I don't really need to be president of this place. And went to guys like Rocco, and Rocco was just like, nope. And he's like, I'll do it if the board okays me $140,000 a year. I'll come back home and be president. And I'm like, well, it doesn't pay that. And he said that's why I'm not doing it.
That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah. It's like, son of a bitch. So I felt, at times I felt like I was the last guy to the meeting, and I somehow drew the short straw. So here I am today.
Doing a good job.
Great job.
You'll miss the meeting, and I got volunteered for this.
That is true.
In there.
That is true.
Yep.
So Danny, that's how Danny got assigned as the gala guy, right? So in addition to being a business agent, what do business agents do, right? So we'll explain that a little bit to the members. Basically anything I want them to do, right? So they're kind of my bitches, right? And they're laughing because it's true.
Because they know.
Danny the bitch.
All the business.
But for most part, they're assigned to help DVPs during the contract negotiations. Sometimes get tasked out to disciplines, especially high level disciplines. Anything that has to do with possible suspension, demotion, or terminations. We definitely want to make sure we're putting our best at it, right? To help. Not that our DVPs are bad at it or not. It's just, hey man, it's just an extra set of hands and eyes and ears to help you through that process. Anything that going on around the office. In Danny's case, he's now the gala committee chair, and by committee I mean committee of one right now. So, but I owed Danny one because he was on a committee for our 2020 gala that never ended up happening. Yep. And so
What happened there?
let's just say different leadership, right? And so my predecessor, would give you a budget, which I gave Danny, and then when Danny and Paul Rita came back and Jensen Barton came back with, hey man, we got the gala and this is what we're spending money on and all this other stuff. I'm like, cool, it's under budget. Our predecessor probably didn't take that same approach, right? He definitely liked to then pick through it and make sure it was spending his levels. Different people, right? I'm a do it or delegate it.
There'd be hot dogs in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm a do it or delegate it. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it my fucking self.
That's
I gave
right.
it to you, right?
It's
so Danny,
just to impress, right?
yes. So Danny.
Danny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. It's semi-formal.
No.
It's in
We
a
talked about this last week.
We're
It's
not
a
wearing
formal.
tuxes.
It's a
Formal.
tux, Bob.
People aren't wearing tuxes.
Oh, I'll be in a tux.
Yeah, well, good for you.
We're going to take a picture of you, Sean, in your tux.
Yeah,
Yes, you will.
yeah. It's
Dress to impress.
It's suits and dresses. So because people aren't going to have to go out and rent a damn tux. Nobody owns tuxedos
It's a suit.
Easy.
except this dude, apparently.
And our political lazy on you.
Greg has one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Seth,
because-
I bet you have a
That's
tux.
because his wife comes from money. He needs a suit, a fucking tuxedo.
Yeah. Tell us how that trip was.
I have to wear a suit to dinner at home.
Yeah, yeah. He's got different.
She doesn't
lifestyles.
listen to these, does she?
No.
Well, she would laugh at me.
Yeah.
Michelle loves me, or at least I think so.
She's a good sport.
Seth, you own a tux?
Yeah, when I was shredded, I ain't shredded no more. I'd have to get an upgrade.
No, I went to the suit shop yesterday to get resized.
Have it taken out.
Because I'm like, I got to figure out where I'm at, because I don't want to. I'm going to get a nice new like fitted custom made suit, but I also, I wanted to make it look right. So I'm not going
For
cheap, but
Research purposes only.
I got a question. Yeah. Because I don't know, Danny. I'm just asking. Did we get sponsorships for this gala?
no,
Do you want sponsorships for the gala?
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just
no.
want.
We've been asked by a bunch of people.
I was about to say.
People like big time corporations have asked to sponsor, buy a table and sponsor it and do this and do that. Nope.
I
want this
love
to,
it even more.
I want this to be strictly a fireman event, right? Firefighters and firefighter friends. That's it.
That's why we
And
got
there's
the hotel.
other local unions that want to know how they can get tickets.
I know.
And I told them
You have to
they
wait
could
and
talk
see.
to their coworkers
Tell
about
them to
joining our
Tell
union.
them to
That's what I
join our
said.
union.
That's what he said, how do I get tickets? I said, talk to your coworkers. Tell them they need to join our union.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about East Manatee. Oh, maybe we are. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Right in their backyard. That's awesome.
They're east of us
Yeah.
in Manatee County.
They're thinking. They're
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. And listen, and we may end up
And we love them. We love them.
again. We have up to 480 spots available.
Where are we
right?
at now?
Probably about 300-ish, right? We got spot. I know firemen in their
Yeah.
grand scheme
Last
of
week
things.
We
is
were
gonna
just
be a
talking
big
about
push,
this.
Yep.
I have so many guys come up to me. Hey man, I need to get gala tickets. Yeah, call in the
Get
fucking
there.
office, and then I look,
And then
and they're
nothing,
still not
nothing,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
You can
remind me
hand
eight
them the
more times?
paperwork.
yeah,
What's that old saying? Money talks, bullshit walks.
yeah. I went to Jay's event, his funeral, and then an after gathering. I had like fucking a dozen Charlotte guys. Like, hey man, I need to get gala tickets. Cool man, just call the office. It's real easy.
Not one of them.
Every day, like Sylvia gives me an update of who called in, and it's like, nope, there's no Charlotte guys on there. What the fuck, like.
Charlotte,
Yeah,
you're
no.
being called out, bud.
No, I mean they'll get
It's
it.
everybody.
Yeah, it's everybody.
It's a
I
fireman thing.
I go to events all the
It
time,
is.
and they're all like, "I can't wait for the gala." I was like,
Totally.
well, that's funny because I just looked at the roster, and you're not on the fucking list. So you better get your ass together.
Next
I'll
week.
tell you how it was.
Yeah. So with that being said, we may end up having, depending on how it goes, a table available for East Manatee personnel to see how the other half
Yes.
lives.
And then they'll be like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they I mean, their president, and their board and us have a good relationship.
No,
Yes.
And they kid us about stuff, about that. Even like we had a brother-in-law or a family member of one of the board that's in our local going through a discipline, and he called his, family member and said, "Hey, what should I expect of it?" And he's like, "Oh, you're 25-46. Don't worry about it." Like
Hell yeah.
those guys.
Within reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that-
fuck up, you fuck up.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
but,
own it.
But we're gonna. But if you have an issue that can be arbitrated, we will arbitrate it. We have no problem. We have that. That's what we talked about with the Parrish peeps when we were organizing them. It's like, hey man, here's the deal. Like I'm the 7th DVP for the FPF, and I'm an IFF field service representative as well. So if you went and got your own local, you'd have to deal with me anyway. Because Walt would have been like, "Oh, cool, you got Jason.
Go to
Help-
Jason.
help you guys organize." But with that being said, you get a discipline case that you can arbitrate, which we may end up having at some point here shortly. May or may not happen. But if you have a discipline case that you can arbitrate, well, that's $40,000 from start to finish. Legal fees, the cost of the arbitration, all that other stuff. Parrish has 24 members. That meant that like pretty much every one of them would have had to give like $2K out of their fucking out of their pocket just to take that one case. So I don't know how certain smaller organizations operate with that kind of problem. Like, how do you effectively fight for your members, knowing damn well that you may or may not be able to take it all the way to the mattresses, right? And so, all good. What are you doing?
No, I gave him a baseball signal, which means Jason's like the coach of this thing. So I would let.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a baseball.
I was
No.
yeah.
like that was my baseball signal.
Yeah, no. We can't talk about legal issues that may or may not be in play.
I was gonna throw gasoline on the fire, man.
No. We can talk about stuff like a contract that's been passed across the table
Yeah.
and shit like that. We can do that because
All
that's
right.
public knowledge. There's other things going on.
I do want to take a moment and thank you, Sean, for writing that down.
Usually I'll just blurt
Because
that out.
the old Sean just would have let that rip.
Let it. There's a
would have
reason
a
why.
forest fire.
If we had different
This
like
is
little
official
like
now.
Yeah.
emojis that describe us, I would be like on fire. I'm the fire guy. Like
Yeah.
Inside out.
Well, the other good news is none of this is live. So then I went like, hey, J-Mo, from fucking
cut this out.
minute 19 to 21 where Sean's running off with the fucking gums. Cut that out, please, because that's gonna. I'm gonna get a call from fucking Jim. Hey man, what are you doing?
I'll wait till it's official. Then I'll pour all the gasoline on it.
I don't want my attorney light me up.
Something tells me you've done that before, so now you're learning to write things down and ask
There is
somebody, can I?
precedent.
See, this is what you call the learning process. I've learned, so that's a good thing.
Am
Yeah.
I putting my foot in my mouth again, or
I have definitely been there before.
You know what we're gonna call that, Sean? We're gonna call that growth.
Growth,
Yeah.
total growth.
We're gonna call that growth.
That's what she said.
Yeah, total growth. Because the old Sean will definitely learn
Bernetti and Bernetti.
That was it right there. You saw
Mini
it in
conversation.
action.
Yeah,
That
it was
it
right there.
right
Good
there.
legal
I was
counsel.
legal
that right
counsel in
there.
action.
I gave him the baseball signal. No go.
Oh boy. Anyway, so we initially today we got Casey on here and kicking. He's not a very talkative guy. He was probably not real excited about being there, but initially we planned. So going forward, brothers and sisters, our plan at least was to start today doing it, but then continuing it each week. As we get into the elected season, primary year is coming up August 18th, right? And Greg's already out there working for all that stuff. And what is going on? And so
Just promoting, Bob. Just promoting.
so we planned on having Chip Adams on here today. Is our endorsed candidate for Sarasota County Review Board seat 3. Also an IAFF member, or at least former retired IAF member, living down here, and we were going to have him on today, and he ended up getting an illness and kind of faded out on us. And we had this meeting going on today, and so I was like, "Hey, man, why don't you guys come up and we'll just talk about some Parrish stuff and some stuff going on throughout the state." One thing I did want to mention, and it was done this just a couple days ago, and at least half the table is FRS, is the signing of the COLA by the governor on
Huge. Yes.
That's a big one.
That's a
June
big one.
29th. Well, that's not it.
That's the wrong one. One job. One job, my friend.
We love Jameson. He's got
Yes,
a
he's
lot
great.
of qualities,
Officially
a lot of
official.
skills.
Yeah. So JMO. But anyway,
We're nothing without JMO.
no.
Can you get the right one up there?
That's the one that came out today.
Oh,
Yeah. No. So
He's very accurate.
It's ahead of the
as you
curve.
guys know, brothers and sisters, if you've been listening, our FRS restoration push, it still continues, right? And we never stopping. But we had a bit of a COLA restoration from our 2011 changes passed this year, and then on June 29th, because it's part of the budgetary process, the governor signed it, and it is now official that it is in play. And again, 1.5% COLA after year 5. Those of us,
That's unbelievable. Still,
That's- yeah.
Even at 1.5.
I had 0.
it's phenomenal.
those of us prior I have a mini cola, like 0.4%. So I'll get that my first 5 years, and then I'll get 1.5. Anybody, you guys, so you guys at Southern and then down in Punta Gorda have 175 plans, and you guys know this because I know Danny's tried to negotiate for colas for years for Punta Gorda. You guys got one, but it's probably one of the most expensive
So expensive.
parts.
We don't have one. We
Oh, no, you don't have it. Yeah.
No, we don't have one.
Okay, so
They did allow.
holy shit, we do something better than Southern.
We do have matching 100. What 100?
Yeah, that's
that ain't nothing compared to a cola.
I agree with you.
It's-
but
We are
something.
grateful for that 100.
Yes.
Chief
Yes.
Anderson,
So-
100%. But
Seth's
Southern
on the
has a
pension
lot of
board
great.
over there.
Southern has a lot of great things, but a cola.
it's
We
not
don't
one of
have.
them.
I got you.
They're
You
the
guys are
most-
still. Here's the deal. You guys are still chasing.
Yeah, the most expensive part of
We're chasing.
a pension plan is one of the most expensive parts of a pension plan is a
So
COLA.
good.
So back in the 08, 09 when in Longboat Key we were in a private, we were in 175 and we moved into FRS. But initially through that process, about a 3.5 year process, Rocco was our business agent and very skilled at pension plans, especially 175s. I would venture to say if there's a guru on 175 plans in the state of Florida, it's Rocco Salvatore, right? And there was a modification, even 175 plan law that Rocco was involved in. Imagine that Rocco's involved in writing law, unheard of, right? Anyway,
Legend.
he is acutely aware of it. So we at Longboat in the 0175 plan had a 5% COLA, right? And we had an unfunded liability of like $29 million. And just changing that, so that 5% COLA went in play from the time you retired. So like we had a 3-year drop in that plan. So even in your drop, you get that 5% COLA. It was very eye-opening to me that just moving that 5% COLA out 3 years to where you got it at the end of your drop instead of right away saved $9 million of that unfunded liability. Just that one minor change. And then had we just modified it to say 4% or 3%, we would have ate like half that unfunded liability. Because we were trying to save, initially it was like, hey, okay, cool. It was negotiated prior to me getting there. The plan was probably a little more lucrative than anticipated, especially when a downfall in the market had happened. So we went in there with, Rocco had literally like a grocery cart full of stuff. Like, hey, you do this, it saves $1 million. You want to do this, it saves $5 million. You want to do this, it saves $6 million. You do this, it does this, right? Like, here's a way to eat through this. Pick $29 million worth of shit, and we're willing to do it. That commission hated us and then wanted anything to do with us and then wanted anything to do with pensions. We ended up fighting them for a long time. In fact, today we're the only employees with a pension in Longboat Key. The cops don't have a pension. General employees don't have a pension.
Jeez.
I was at a call that involved law enforcement, and our cops out there are just good dudes. We get along with them just fine, and we had a call we had to be involved with them at, and I was sitting there talking to them because they're in contract negotiations, and for the last probably 12 or 15 years, they go in there saying, we want a pension like the firefighters, and they tell them, nope, you had your chance. Like the firefighters fought and paid for it. That's their answer. So they were actually pretty excited about, we're going to get 21% in our 401. I'm like, that's cool. That's still not a pension. And they're like, I know, Booker. Yeah. That sounds awesome, bro. Except it's still not a pension, and so, the COLA being so expensive, it's just, again, huge benefit for everybody to ensure that they get some kind of retirement security. The people hired after 11 in FRS had nothing, had zeros. Now they get something for a change, right? And
Is it retro or is it a starting point?
so there's no retroactive to anything in it. What it is basically going forward. So let's say you're a retiree right now and your COLA is less than 1.5%, you will now get 1.5. If it's more than 1.5, you'll keep it. Gotcha. That's the floor. That's the new floor.
Gotcha.
After 5 years, right? Huge benefit to our members,
Yep.
especially guys who had zeros or guys like me. I was down to 0.4, going forward.
One thing to clarify too is the 5 years starts if you go into the drop.
Yeah.
Starts at that point, so you can gap yourself to that 5 years. You don't.
Yeah. Yes, correct. So remember, drop is considered retired, right? You're just deferring your pension, right? Deferred retirement option plan. So that starts the clock. Whether
That's nice.
you retire and ride off into the sunset or go into the drop, the clock starts that day for that 5-year period.
So you could drop for a few years, hit the ground running.
Yeah. So there's options to people, but it's just a huge benefit. Allows our people to. I mean, listen. I know for the most part, at least right now, today's world, cost of living is not 1.5%, but
It's something.
It's something, right?
I had nothing.
And there was years, just a few years back, just prior to COVID, where the cost of living was negative in some places, right? And so I think it averages out a little bit, but just a huge benefit, and huge shout out to a lot of people were involved. My predecessor. Well,
we got to give a shout out to Bernie,
yeah.
Meredith,
Yeah.
Rocco.
Yeah, Angelo. Yeah,
Angelo.
So Meredith Stanfield and she's coming to our gala, by the way.
That's awesome.
Her and her husband Tim are coming to our gala. But Meredith Stanfield is our FPF legislative policy director, right?
She's a baller.
So she worked for Jimmy Petronas when Jimmy Petronas was CFO. She worked in his office. She actually she's vested in FRS, right? Because she worked for the state for a long time, helping the state write policy through stuff. We snagged her, 6-7 years ago now, I think, something in that effect. Yeah, about 6 years ago, I think. And having her on the team, I think there's no stretch to help everybody notice. You notice how we're getting shit passed every year.
I say a lot of things have happened in that amount of time.
Notice how we're
coincidence
getting shit passed every year. Yeah, it's that woman.
Machine.
Yeah, and after this thing got done, I texted her to thank her, and she negotiated for a COLA that she won't receive herself. Right, this is just for special risk. Right, she won't even receive this COLA, but she felt it was right, and I told her straight up. I said, if you're ever in a room full of firemen, you have to pay for a drink. That's a fucking problem, right?
Yeah,
That
so
should never happen.
Let me know.
Yeah, that should never happen.
They say in Jamaica that's a situation.
Yeah. She.
Or a meal, a drink or a meal.
Yeah. She. Yeah. And what's fucked up is, you guys that come to FBF stuff, she could make her skill set. If she worked for some lobbying firm, she can make $1 million.
Yeah.
Her skill set, she could just determine, and she can write her own checks, right? Kind of deal.
Her husband's a baller.
Yeah, he's a big time lobbyist up in Tallahassee as well, lawyer and lobbyist. Represents a lot of different cities and counties and stuff, and just a power couple. And so, yeah, she can write her own checks. She chooses. She has said this to me probably a dozen times. This is the best job she's ever had.
That's awesome.
And I think she sees one that it's a good group to work with, right? And work on behalf of. And dude, we love her. Like I said, she doesn't pay for anything when she comes around us, right?
We have more fun than everybody else too.
We do.
So-
We do. I mean, we actually hear that from.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, Sidney Gruder's campaign manager, Ariel. We were putting signs up with her and everything, and the few events she's been with us, she's like, "We have so much fun with you guys. We wish you were at everything." And I was like, "Oh, I know. We get that a lot. Like, we're a cool group to hang out with because we're just a bunch of grown ass children."
We work hard and we play hard.
Yeah, and
I like
we have
that,
fun.
Seth.
We have fun. We have fun.
Work hard, play hard.
But thank you to Meredith, Rocco.
Yes, thank
Amazing
you.
job.
But listen, this has been going on for 10 years ish, right? After we got through the 11 stuff and trying to get these things back, my predecessors, Merv and Phil, were fighting for it. Merv, especially at the state level. He's my FBO predecessor.
Do have a question with all this.
Yeah.
Does that retro back to anybody that has retired, or is it just in the general fund now?
So remember, if you're retired, if you don't get retroed back to anything, you just going forward. So every July 1st so the state budget runs July 1 to June 30. So come July 1st, if your COLA is less than 1.5, you will now receive 1.5.
Understood.
That's it.
Yeah. Different from a chapter.
Whoever,
175.
anybody.
Correct.
Retired 10 years.
I was just asking because
Now
I'm
those-
sure that question would be like, well, am I getting it?
No,
The guys-
it's
the
chapter
guys-
135 different.
The guys that have been retired for 10 or more years probably have more than 1.5.
Yeah.
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 So they'll keep the higher number.
I think like Telebusher, our trustee that was in here last week, Kurt. I think he was like, he's entering the drop, and I think he's at like a 1.6. So I think it's right now. Like everybody right now is at that thing. Everybody going forward will now get more, like kind of deal.
And you said what was the percentage of our members that had no COLA or less than 1.5?
So the members that we had in FRS, right? So again, doesn't count these
Southern
guys.
Manatees out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
yeah, it doesn't count these guys. The members we had in FRS, almost 66% of them, almost 2/3 of them, were hired after 11. So that means, let's say 65.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, so 65% of our FRS members were receiving no COLA, now receive a COLA.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Big number.
we have again, many hands makes light work. So we have DVPs that are in 175 plans, FBF DVPs that were at the state lobbying for this, and we're getting that. Hey man, this doesn't even affect you, no, but it affects people.
That's right.
All of us.
Yeah,
It's a collective.
yeah, and then
You know,
and then,
Star Wars or
and now-
Star
and now
Trek, the collective.
It gives you guys in 175 plans that don't have COLAs, hint, the opportunity to have that
Leverage.
discussion.
We have it every year. I think.
Leverage.
We have it. It's really expensive.
Yeah,
to-
What
to
it's
do
going to
it.
take is somebody that
Hey.
comes in there and wins the lotto, a lot of it, and puts a down payment. And
Yeah.
that can be going.
Super fund it.
Yeah,
This is
it can
good.
be complicated. There is alternatives like our match 457 match,
Which is awesome.
I would say if you are, it's crazy to even say this because you're thinking, oh, everybody's already established, but it's not the case because things happen in special fire districts all the time all over the state of Florida.
Yeah.
But if you're in a situation where you're just starting, the cheapest time to start that COLA, and this just is common sense, is in the beginning. If you try to add that 20, 30 years later,
Yeah.
very challenging. But if you put that in the beginning, very doable.
What was it? What was the amount to start Southern Manatees?
Oh, it was insane numbers. And the thing is if we did that, then you also have to, the district saying, well, then what are you going to give us in return? And
The
so,
give and take.
right.
Always.
And so you got to look at the unfunded liability. That unfunded liability in some of the fire districts, right? I mean, they're funding up to 37, 40%. I mean,
This is why
it can
we
go
call
on.
Seth Bernetti and Bernetti.
They also got to understand, though,
Yeah.
the goal, especially when we're bargaining, is attraction and retention.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're going to become a revolving door.
That's it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and
plain and simple.
no, and that's so again, it gets back to it gives you guys at least something to talk about.
To talk about, yeah.
And in all of this, with the COLA and stuff like that, Seth's right. It's the other problem with COLAs is it's almost like an unknown factor, right? Because right now they base the cost of this COLA that we just got for FRS based on today's current life expectancy of a firefighter,
Yeah.
right? Or a special risk person. So let's say it's age 60, right? We live to 60. So it means, okay, we only have to pay a COLA maybe not at all because they only live 5 years past it. Well, just last year, the reason I know this is just last year, the life expectancy of the special risk went up in FRS. Just 3 years, 2 or 3 years, something like that. Well, then the cities and counties that are in FRS had to pay an extra 1.8% of payroll because now the funding, how they do that number, how that fucking fancy little actuarial number comes up, says, well, now you got to pay for these guys to get a pension for another 2 or 3 years on average, right? So now that means now it costs more money. Problems, right? And so that's the problem with a COLA. It's an unknown. That's why you said like, oh, the 100 match and all that stuff. That's a finite number. Like
They can account for that.
They can math that out.
Yeah.
A lot easier than a COLA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can math that out. Like you guys a few years back, I remember. I think Fosse was still you guys DVP when you guys got the health stipend in your pension, right?
No, we've had that. We've had that for a while. What we got was an increase.
You
in that.
increased
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we negotiated
Okay.
an increase in that. Yeah,
And that
that's like our own version of a COLA, I guess you would say.
well,
But the COLA math is still way stronger.
yeah,
So-
but
so
that threw a big number on
It
because
did.
that's based on life expectancy. That's an unknown, right? It's based on forever, right?
Yeah.
You're getting that every year
Correct.
that you're
Right.
so it's an increase that you get every year that you're in the pension, right? Or collecting the pension. It puts stressor on the pensions plans, right? I was on our Longbow Key pension board for about 2 years. Again, once our guys knew I can count 2 plus 2, I was one of the 4 guys at my department that couldn't add 2 plus 2. So I ended
with
up
your
on the
socks
pension
on.
board. Yeah, so I ended up on the pension board for a couple of years, and it was all those like little factors. You know, you're sitting there with Foster and Doug Lozen and those guys, and he like, hey man, if we wanted to do this, what's it cost? And it's like when you throw in just when you throw in a number, but then you have to multiply it out
That's
Yeah.
the key.
for 30,
Times
40
X.
years.
Yep.
Yeah, it's it becomes a problem. Right? And that's the problem with COLAs, right? That's why they're so expensive. That's why I get it. Like when I got hired on, we had a 3% multiplier, or 3% COLA.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and then they took it away in 11, and they made this depreciating plan and all this stuff. And I've had guys say, "Well, I was promised a 3%. Why aren't we getting 3%?"
Shit changes.
Dude. It's because if we did that, quite
Bankrupt
frankly,
it.
We know
well,
money.
what you would do is then you would bankrupt your
plan.
your employer. No, because your employers would be on the hook for that, right? The state mandates that and says you got to pay this now. That would have been a 12% when they were talking about when they threw that big number out there a couple of years ago for a 3% multiplier for everybody or 3% COLA for everybody. Every employer would have had to pay 12% more payroll to make that happen.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot of money.
yeah. So guess what happens to your raises or anything else, right?
Nothing
That's
for a
gone
while.
for a while, right? Because they're going to say, no, wait, that's your raise,
Right.
right? So you don't.
Well, and the part of the problem is, I hate to say it, the younger guys only see what's right in front of them. They don't. And you and I were in this when
Yeah.
we first started. We were like, "What's right in front of us? We want the money." But as you
Yeah.
what's the word? Tenor out, or you grow throughout the
Growth, like you,
apartment.
like you in your mouth, growth.
Wow. Thanks, Jay. But as you get older, you realize, okay, I should have done X, Y, and Z back in the beginning. Which a lot of the guys, like when the new guys join Southern Manatee,
Yeah.
I tell them to go into HR right away and say, "Hey, 100, it's matching."
Yeah.
You have
You're
to.
you're an
You have-
idiot if you do
have
not
to.
do it. It's and then the fact that they offer a Roth at the beginning,
Yeah.
or now, or actually they have been all along. It's kind of been a hidden secret a little bit.
No, we had to. Right. We negotiated the Roth in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So now that they have that, it's a no brainer to do a matching 100 Roth because
Yeah.
for those that don't understand, you pay the taxes in the beginning, correct, Seth?
Well, I mean,
Come on, Seth,
we're not
chime in
tax,
here.
Okay, here's the thing: we're not tax people here, so
This is not professional advice.
No,
This
you
is
do
for
not wanna
entertainment
ask my opinion on
purposes
this
only.
one.
Well, that's in our disclaimer.
Yeah, right.
So
I
I
can
know a
make a
little bit
case
about
for
both.
both.
Right. But it's a good discussion. Go ahead.
So there's deferred comp, like
Correct.
like 457s, right?
Correct.
So those are put in pre-tax, right? So two different options.
Sorry,
right?
Seth, to put you on the spot.
No. But this is a highly. I mean, we got to be careful on this one because a traditional
Jason does math.
and a Roth, right?
Correct.
They're both powerful instruments, and this is all I'm going to say before Jason goes into that. They're both powerful instruments that you should, seek professional advice based off your individual
Yes.
situation because it could
Very
impact you differently.
Very
Don't
true.
get divorced
But-
3 times.
Well, that too.
That too. but
my
but
disclaimer.
for
So a
Jason,
traditional
Professional advice.
IRA or in our case 457 deferred comp. So goes in pre-tax. So you make $2,000 a paycheck. You put $200 into your deferred comp. You're now getting $1,800, right?
Correct, because they're going to tax you.
So then the federal government taxes you up front on $1,800, right? Because that goes in pre-tax, and then it earns its money. Then
On the
at
back
the
end.
of it, when you pull it out, it gets
nailed.
taxed. It gets income taxed, right? Whatever. So
You're
let's say
nailed. Let's just say
You
you're nailed.
drip it
20,
out.
25%, right? Whatever you
Right.
pull out, right? Because that's now considered income.
Correct.
Okay. A Roth is different in that you pay the taxes up front.
Up front.
Okay. So
Highly advisable.
you pay. So you
There's a disclaimer to that, though.
yeah. Yeah. So
Pros
then
and cons.
Everyone
of
has a different financial situation.
Very
That's
correct.
Do what's
I-
right for
do you
them.
see
All I'm
how
saying-
these guys here are?
all I'm saying is
You can tell what side of the you
all I'm
guys
saying
are
is
on.
these are the differences.
Correct.
Now Seth is correct. Each individual should say, okay, this is why you meet with these professionals that do this for a living, and they'll kind of figure out, okay, you're
Bernetti and Bernetti.
X age, right? You're this. What's your situation? What's your family situation? Was this? Was that? Da, da, da. And they guide you through that process. Because even then, like when you get, let's say you go into the job and then you have your job money. I will give you a little advice again. Not our disclaimer will keep me out of trouble.
You cannot sue us over this.
No.
Yeah, but let's just
highly
say
advisable.
Let's just say this: when you get like at least in FRS, you have 1 year to declare what you want to do with your drop money. Do not pull that fucking thing out.
That would be the stupidest thing.
You will pay if
Yeah.
you have $500,000 there, you will pay $250,000 almost. Like for
Do
the
not buy a
taxes
boat.
on that shit.
Like for
But you-
Southern Manatee, we can roll it.
no, everybody can roll it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when you get your drop, roll it into something. Like talk to a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Figure out what you want to roll it into, and roll it into something, and then pull it out incrementally.
Like a
Yes.
457.
Yes.
Because if you pull out, if you had $500,000 there and you pull out $500,000 one time, they're going to tax you at 40-something%. And you're going to get fucking bombed, right? So
Yeah.
if you pull it out incrementally, it goes down to your regular tax
Bracket.
bracket, which is in the 20s somewhere, right? Low to mid 20s, depending on
Depending on
What-
your income.
what you're doing. And that's why you talk to somebody, because he'll look at your pension, you look at what else you're bringing in, and all that.
See
other
why
shit.
they bring me on, Danny?
I can see you
I
going
add a little fire to the
I see
podcast.
you going to the roulette table, putting it all on red, just right off the bat.
Here's my
First
drop
I'm
money.
always red. It's always red.
Well, here's
red
the deal.
18.
Here's the deal. The government's going to get half of it. If they get half of fucking nothing, it's fine. Fuck it. Because you can write off your gambling expenses now. You know, that type of shit.
So we get the legal side of things to my left, and we get the realism to the right.
No, no.
Jason's a little legal expert himself, too.
Yes,
Don't discount that.
I work my. Listen, dude. I
You guys work too hard for your money. Make sure you make it work for you.
I spend a lot of my day
Dude, that is a slogan.
keeping people out of fucking trouble, navigating little political, legal waters. Right.
Yeah.
I literally have there's a county commissioner that his nickname for me is the fixer. Like he'll call me for shit. He's like, "Hey man, I got this issue."
You have to answer your phone though.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. Since we're on here, every time you call me is after fucking 7 o'clock. You dumbass.
I'm working during the day. I got
So am
golf
I.
tournaments, Pierce Ward. I got
So am
shit.
I. When I get home, man. Last
It's
night,
checkout time.
last night I'm sitting there watching freaking a show with the wife, and the phone's ringing. And she looks at me like with her fucking bug eyes.
I
and
thought
I'm like,
you had rules.
yeah, and I'm like, "Don't worry, babe, it's going right to voicemail." And then I text you. I'm like, "What the fuck? What's going on?"
Derek Foss and I had a rule: no calls after 10 p.m. because his wife,
10.
bless her heart.
No, my
I've been
interview
asleep
with
well,
for an
so
hour.
Foss
my
was our
interview with
VVP.
Jason was don't unless it's an emergency.
You're one of them guys, huh?
Oh, dude!
Don't call me
I had
after
so much
6 p.m.
stuff. I had so much stuff blowing up at SMFR that I had to call Derek all the time, and it happens late.
No.
Finally, Mary, his wife,
You know,
she's
Mike
like, dude,
Rampino, who was the chief of North River. We were up in Tallahassee doing it was LegCon week, and we brought him up with us one year, and we were sitting at the bar
Great dude.
at the hotel upstairs up on the rooftop bar, and he said to me one time, and it has resonated with me forever. There's no such thing as an administrative emergency.
true,
They cannot handle shit until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
true.
And so like Seth was talking about, here's the deal. You're one of my business agents. I will answer your fucking phone call if I'm not. But it better if it's after fucking 6 o'clock. It better be because someone's dead or in fucking jail.
Yep.
I hear you.
That's it.
That's all I want to know about. Because
So-
if we're talking about a
I feel like
grievance,
this is
It can wait
being
till Monday.
directed
Yeah.
towards me.
if we're talking about a grievance or some other random shit, it can wait till tomorrow morning. And I
Okay,
get up
okay.
early,
Oh, well,
so
you're
I
the
will call
president.
you. I will call you at
Those
7
are
o'clock.
You're the
metaphorical
president. I
fingers
get.
pointed.
I get. Oh, what, now that okay, I got my
now
shields
here
up
is the
right
thing
now.
with
I got
that.
my shields up right now.
Well, wait.
I
Here's
too,
the,
a lot
the
of
thing
people
with
come
that.
to me with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
get that.
and some of
It-
some of it's disciplinary shit. So
Okay.
I,
You
And
call
guess what?
Tim
They
or you
can't
call
be-
me.
I usually do. It was Derek at the time.
They can't.
But
and
Barry
they
was
can't
like, don't call
discipline
after 10.
They can't discipline you until tomorrow morning.
Correct.
Very true.
They're not going to discipline you while you're sleeping.
You
Like,
guys
fuck,
act like we
dudes.
don't do anything at work. Shit happens. It's late. Nothing's happening.
Well, then you
I-
call me.
okay.
You call me the next
Touche.
day.
Yeah.
Touche.
There's no such thing as an
Touche.
administrative
6
emergency.
a.m. 6 a.m. I'll be ringing your phone.
That's fine.
Hey,
I'm up.
all you gotta do is shoot a text message. Hey, when you get a minute, call me.
Yeah.
I did. I think that's what I ended with.
No, phone calls.
I think the
No
last thing
phone
I
calls.
texted you was, when
No,
you
you're
get a
a phone
minute,
call
call me.
person.
No, you were
I
like,
am totally a phone call person. I am.
8 to 4:30. After that, hey, when you have a minute, shoot me a call. That's it.
You guys act like shit stops at 4:30. It does not.
No.
It doesn't.
but it's administrative.
I'm not talking.
There's
yeah,
no
you're
such
right.
thing as an administrative emergency.
I guess I'm learning things. 28 years in, and I'm still learning things.
There is
and-
no
and-
such thing as administrative emergencies.
Yeah, and Jason's wife, you mess with her. You
Yeah,
mess
don't
with
piss
You
her
act
off.
like I don't
That's-
matter.
Don't
You
piss her
act
off.
like I'm actually
wouldn't be
one of
calling
the
past
original
6.
D's before you even got married. I met
Yes.
her.
Yes, you actually knew her before we were married.
Yes.
I got nothing.
it was a trip down the longboat, or down to Miami, wasn't it, when you met her?
Well, yes, and then she would come up and watch our games.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah,
So
our football games.
little past story. Him and I used to coach football together.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so during football season, like we used to, so we did my wife and I did long distance for 2 years.
Yep, that's
And
true.
She lived down in Homestead, and so
Actually, I think
we
I
would-
told him, I said,
we
this is
would-
not going to work.
we would alternate. Like we would see each other about every couple weeks, and I'd go down
true.
there, and then 2 weeks would pass, and she'd come up here.
Yep.
Well, during football season, bless her heart,
Yep. She would come up every
You
week.
can't
she
go
would come.
there,
She would come up here.
She
right?
did
'Cause
every
games were-
weekend, man.
Games,
Go
games
there.
were on Saturdays, right? And-
When I first met her, I'm like, Jay, this ain't gonna work, dude. Long distance doesn't fucking fly.
yeah, and
And to her credit,
no,
to her credit,
honestly, neither one of us are going to say that we thought it was going to last.
well, it was the best thing that happened to you, bud.
Yeah,
Honestly, I was with you when you went through all the other shit, and just the
Well,
best things happened to you.
yeah. Neither one of us thought it was going to last, and because I mean we were just having fun, and then next thing you know,
You're married.
Serious, and
Catching
the next thing
feelings.
you know, you
So-
got the family
so-
sending you fucking pics now that you're getting engaged. Then you
celebrating
go
10 years of marriage.
Then you're like, then the girlfriend sees the pictures that you're getting engaged, and she's like, "Oh, we get engaged," and you're like, "No." Awkward conversation.
You have an
on
even
why.
better angle then. You could just text him, say, hey, this is not union business. And when he calls you, be like, this is totally union business. Like,
Dave, see that? That's why.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
I think I'd get a lecture from Jay to be like, "Hey, dude,
You can only use that once.
yeah,
Yeah. You'll get hit with a stick once. Yeah. The chunkletta, bro. Coming.
Have you ever
coming at
seen this guy mad?
him
I don't
know
get-
his wife.
Honestly, have you ever seen him like angry?
I don't get
mean,
mad. So I don't get mad at my
I've seen him
guys.
channel some energy towards the other
Wait, time
side.
out.
Now he's
You've gotten mad at your guys before.
not these guys.
No,
Bitch,
the other
you've
side.
gotten mad at me.
Not mad.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Sean, he's been mad
Did he
at me
get
too.
quiet?
Yeah, I've been mad at Jameson.
So,
They
so
don't
this
call
guy,
him the Chief Slayer for
well,
nothing.
first of all, this guy, he'll like unload. It's like a
calculated.
30-second
It's
unload.
calculated.
Yeah.
It's a 30-second unload, and then you're right. It's silence. And the silence is what kills you. Because you're like, shit.
Not mad. He's disappointed.
Dude, see that word. I think I told this story last time. I told the story about being disappointed. That's the worst word. You can write me up all day. I've had paperwork galore. This guy says, "Hey, Sean, I'm really disappointed in you, dude." It's like the earth just shattered. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. So I make it so I'm not a big. I think it's important. Yes, I do. Like we talk about, I do have a switch, but I also think it's important that you channel said switch, right? And so,
Absolutely.
like these dudes, they're my guys. I make it a point not to blow up on my dudes. Like for me, it's mostly like, okay, you fucked us up. Let's move on with our lives, right? And if we do blow up, it's for about 10 seconds and we move on with our lives.
Right.
Jason,
Now I will
Jason
say,
makes it a learning moment.
yeah, and
There's
agree.
a difference.
yeah,
No, I agree.
and then there's
Like a big dad.
and then there's other people, not in this room,
Right.
that I do channel some energy towards.
The full force of Local 2546.
They get it.
And I have.
Casey, this is what you're getting, buddy. If he, it's not towards you.
Yeah. Listen, you're my guy.
Right.
My job's to protect you, and not the other way around, right? And so if I perceive that the other side has a tone or some shit like that, then it's my job to fucking elevate said tone, and I have no problem doing that. And so Seth has seen. That's what Seth's talking about. He has seen that part of me at the table and the other things where
That's
I'm like, oh wait, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
Pump
What
the
did you
brakes.
What did you just fucking say? Because I'm about to make sure you understand your mistake. You just made a mistake, and I'm gonna help you understand what that mistake is.
Jason has a lot of patience.
Yeah,
He's
I'll give you
got
that.
a lot of room, but there is a threshold.
Yeah.
And
Now,
once-
my
but
mother
it's
said that.
but it's a calculator. Once he goes over the threshold, I mean, it's not. He's thought about it.
Yeah, and my mother has said the same thing about me my whole life. She's always been like, he's a real sweet boy, but she has seen where I have like, okay, I have a long string, but it's not an
Endless.
it's not an infinite string, right? I will lose my shit, and it's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was having
Sometimes you have to.
discussions with some county guys this week about some of that stuff, and it's like, oh, we'll get through it, and I'm actually excited for future county negotiations, Sarasota County negotiations, because I think we're going to have an opportunity to write some things that probably should have been righted a long time ago, and we'll be doing so with a different chief. So, well.
I hope the camera picked up your expression.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We get. I actually don't know who our chief is right now. I'm gonna hopefully find that out in a couple of weeks. But we'll see, right? And
I haven't heard about that yet.
for full disclosure, I didn't have as much to do with this one as prior ones, maybe. So, like Charlotte County,
It's not a kill on his helmet.
Yeah, I don't get a.
Didn't you just call him the chief killer?
He's the chief
Chief
slayer.
Slayer.
So sorry.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Slayer.
They actually got to get me a chair made one day, I think. So
We got
that
a
what
lot
you
of
want?
future
The
Christmas
Iron Throne.
presents, leather jackets.
Yeah.
I mean, we got another list.
yeah,
No more rings.
yeah, it happens.
Do you want that at the gala?
No, I do not. Speaking of the gala, so
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
switch.
again, tickets
Back
are
to Danny
available.
the gala.
Yeah, tickets are available.
Get him, man.
Get them.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good time. And
Dress to
additionally,
impress.
we got a great group, an ever expanding group of electeds showing up and dignitaries showing up.
Very impressive.
Mayor Gene Brown's going to speak.
Nice.
Representative Danny Alvarez is going to speak.
You gonna let me have the mic?
No. A few others will probably speak. Not named Sean Lucas.
Jay, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I'm just gonna.
I think it's only appropriate.
I think I'm going to speak a little bit and then let some others speak and then speak a little bit more and then we're going to move on with our lives. That's what we're going to do.
But will we have a karaoke booth?
As
No,
a
but
committee
we
of
will
one,
have
I
a
would
duly-
not let
dueling
you anywhere
pianist
near a
band.
mic.
Oh, dueling
awesome.
pianos.
which
Okay.
which you can
That's
request
awesome.
any song.
I will be
you
on my
want.
best behavior. I
That's
promise.
awesome.
There's
So
too
I can
many
sing
people there.
along.
I love dueling piano. That's awesome.
And we even have a little dance floor in
come up
case
with
people
that,
want to
Dan?
shake that ass.
So
Hell yeah.
Yes, you did.
usually how the dueling pianos
some-
work, they feed off of each other and they.
It's awesome.
Well, it's a
Is it-
band, so they actually even have drums and guitar too going.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Do
can't
they?
wait.
Is it going to be like other places where you go where there's
You can
it starts
request
off
your
with
song.
10 and then they just build it?
Yeah, they
It's
have
going to be like the Billy Joel Elton John concert,
yes.
just like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
except more awesome. And like I said, if we have a little dance floor set up in case people want to do stuff. Danny's our Gallic dude, so So we'll
What we got
have.
going on? What kind of food? Hey,
No,
obviously you
Danny,
have not been
taking
around
it
me
off.
enough.
There's
We're
a,
actually,
I think there's a veggie and 2 protein plates to
we're
choose from.
meeting here in a couple
I didn't
weeks
mean to
to.
put you on the
No, you're
spot.
good. You're good. Meeting here in a couple weeks to iron all that
excellent.
out completely. But we'll have some options, some hors d'oeuvres, charcuterie board, good entertainment. It's gonna be fun.
Get a
Getting
room.
everybody
Get a
together.
room.
Yeah,
or Uber.
so it is a so
Yeah, get a room.
Get a room.
my
or
lovely
Uber.
my lovely bride
Safety.
has a fucking problem with buffets, right? So it's just not her thing, and so it is a sit down dinner. Like they will come out and serve you. So
Okay.
she was that was
Was
she
that
she
caveat
invoked,
there?
Her one
she invoked her
stipulation.
first lady privileges.
My man Greg is not a big buffet fan either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't like
Family
buffets?
style. I have
Not
an
his-
issue
not
with
his
family style sometimes when a bunch of weird people put their fingers in my food.
I get that. Like at the firehouse, not a big deal because you know these
Yeah,
dudes. Well,
right.
or maybe a big deal depending on how you
Dep-
you know
yeah,
these
depending
dudes.
on what
Depending on your
shift
station with.
Yeah, but no, my wife's the same way. Like she's like, I don't know who's breathe on these foods. I don't know whose hair is in these foods. You know that kind of shit. That just freaks her out.
You
Right?
just weirded out the whole local.
Yeah. No, I mean, I took her to an event once. It was like a political event, and they had like sushi and shit out there, and she loves that stuff. Did not touch it.
I'll crush the sushi.
Fuck it. She's like, nope. It's out in the open. Right. It's
I
not.
get it,
It's
I
fair.
get it.
It's fair game
Germs
for
and
some-
all, I'm crushing sushi.
Yeah. So she.
No, not a chance.
Yeah.
You said germs.
And all.
Germs and
Have
all.
you ever? No. Obviously,
let's-
none of you
let's
have been
move on. Let's
session
move
with
on,
this
Sean.
guy.
Let's
No,
move
no,
on.
no. We're gonna
We're
hit on
important
that.
topics right now.
Germs and
Sushi,
all?
whiskey, sushi, whiskey.
Is he a
Good to go.
germaphobe?
Not a
Germaphobe?
fan of them. Not a fan.
I
of
can
Let's
see
move
it.
This guy is extra level. Is that pretty accurate?
Actually, I made a New Year's resolution where I was like,
Get
you
outta
know
here.
what? I'm
I'll
just
call
gonna-
your crew, buddy.
I'm serious.
Howie
I'm just
Mandel
gonna
style,
I'm
or-
just going to embrace all germs.
Bullshit. Oh,
No, I did. I
this guy.
I
This guy.
did. Ask my wife.
Howie
This is
Mandel
his
level?
normal routine when he comes in, and I've only been there
It's
like
changed.
once.
It's changed.
I'll tell you
I'm
how
bad.
it's. He will come in. The lights are already dim because he took the damn light bulbs out of the damn thing because it's
man.
too dark for him because it's his
I
head.
like dim lights.
He gets his wipes out or his spray. He'll wipe down everything like the keyboard
Every morning?
Every morning, dude. It's like a routine.
Yeah.
Spray clean, spray clean, spray clean, spray clean.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's
Nothing wrong with that.
That's my boy,
Nothing wrong-
I'm on the other end of the spectrum. So my wife's kind
He's
of like
being
that,
safe.
right? And so like even
being safe.
like opening a Red Bull or something. Or
I'll give the
something.
Red Bull. Yeah, wipe it.
No, she'll be like all like cleaning it off.
I'll do that.
She was like, so sometimes she'll hand me the can and be like, "Can you open this for me?" So I'll open it and I'll literally just lick the whole fucking thing
funny. That's
and be
funny.
like, "Here you go." And she's like, "Okay, well at least I know where his."
I know
mouth
you're a
is."
germ.
So like, yeah,
You've
cool.
changed?
I've gotten better. I've made strides.
I clean
I'm proud of you,
I
Bob.
clean every dish before I use it at the firehouse.
Do you really?
I had
my boy
Charlotte,
Dan.
I had Pat from Charlotte County said, "Hey, how come you wash everything before you use it?" I said, "Have you walked into some of these houses?" I'm like,
But
"That's
you have
why."
a dishwasher and everything. You know it's clean. I like it. You know what? I get it. I get it.
I know it gets thrown in the dishwasher, whether it gets
I
clean
get it.
before it gets
I've
thrown
seen
in
a lot
there.
of dirty dishes come out of the dish.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
true.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. That's all I had to do. I opened a drawer,
This
I
is what
pulled
you
out a
call a
couple
rabbit hole.
spatulas, I said, "I'm good."
Yeah, we went down.
We went down the rabbit hole. We went down the Seth Bernetti rabbit hole.
I mean, when you get to the keyboard and it's a full garden is growing because of the fertilization.
All right.
We
all
need
right.
to make we need to make a change here. But
Yeah.
that's moving on. Back to important topics.
You should see him wipe down a golf.
Well, it's
It's all right, bub. This guy I love. To my left, Seth. I've been with him since his career began. I love this guy. Actually, you too, because you were at Orange County when we first met.
no.
Oh, really?
I was here.
I don't. No, you were still at Orange County when you first started the coaching.
No, I wasn't. I moved here in 07.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man,
Yeah.
I was
No, I would have been along, but shit, I wouldn't live in Bradenton and work in Orange County. Yeah,
He was just still wearing Orange County swag. Probably.
Yeah, probably because I had all that. You get all these
this
fucking
stuff.
shirts forever. So
Casey's like, what the fuck did I get into?
yeah. Well, his wife's.
Oh, he's still here.
I hope his wife doesn't
Yeah.
listen to this.
Can you say hello?
Hello. I do exist.
Yeah. So anyway,
Casey, I'm going to
He-
help
he-
you secure that boat.
he brought up
tomorrow when you're
something.
on duty.
So-
No, actually,
We'll make
not
it work.
tomorrow, Friday.
We'll make it work.
Whatever you need me to do, I'll hook you up.
the Markey Scholarship.
Oh yeah,
Talk about
just
that
a
a little
Markey Scholarship.
Yeah.
So we are in the beginning of the golf tournament. Obviously, it was to raise money for the Southern Manatee Benevolent Fund. Discussion brought up raising enough money to start a scholarship for the Justin Markey. It was already in the process, but the way the golf tournament is going now, I was like, I made a suggestion to our president of the Benevolent Fund, and I said, hey, it would be a good idea to kind of pool money from what we're raising to start this scholarship fund in the honor of Justin Markey. So, and that's the direction we're going. We're doing really well with the golf tournament right now. Sign up if you haven't. We're going to try to get the owner of Joyland. Joyland is a sponsorship, and talking with Scott from Joyland, we're going to try to get Maverick and Lulu.
Yeah.
Maybe join the podcast here and promote it. So the goal is to fully fund a scholarship in his honor of someone that we vetted. You have to same process that the union has. If you apply at the union for a scholarship, be the same process. I don't know what the wording is going to be, but you'll have to fill out a form, and we'll choose a lucky candidate to go to fire EMT school.
So I'm going to give you some advice.
Yeah.
And do exactly what I've done my entire union rep career and steal some shit. Come on in here and talk to our G. Regazzi, our secretary, and get our
Actually,
shit.
you say that.
Don't
I've already
reinvent
stole
the
it.
wheel, right?
I took your I took what your scholarship was. Ashton DeRocher, who is now an employee of Southern Manatee.
Yep.
He went through the same process, got vetted, union sponsored him.
Yep.
We took that same form. I gave it to the Benevolent Fund. They are looking over it. That was at our last meeting a couple weeks ago, and before I went to Baltimore, and they're looking to generate or draft something very similar to that.
Yeah, because just a little bit of, again, how I keep people out of legal trouble sometimes.
Now you know why Jason's phone just rings after 7 o'clock or
A little bit of
6.
advice, right? Have a process,
Right.
right? And voted on, vetted on process to distribute said monies, because I've actually seen people or organizations get sued for handing out money and somebody didn't get it and felt that they weren't done the right way. You know what I'm saying? Let's
No
say
good deed goes unpunished.
you're absolutely right. So in theory, like five people apply for it, and you don't have a written set process on all that stuff and how it's going to be distributed, and you give it to somebody, and then one of the other 4 says, "Well, no, was done unfairly," and they fucking file.
So
suit. I've seen that happen.
Correct. We did
doubt.
not at the meeting, but so Ian Signeri is the president of our Benevolent Fund.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
Ian, being your president. I'm kidding. I know Ian.
I'm like, what do you mean?
Ian's my dude, man.
I got
love
to tell
him.
you, if you want a hard worker, somebody
I love me some Ian.
Yeah, Ian is.
He's
is
come.
the
He's
real
come to
dude.
tally with us a couple times.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's a real.
Yeah,
he's a real deal.
He needs
he's
to start
a hard-
taking his fitness a little more serious, though.
Oh, you
Right.
calling him out? That guy has a pull-up bar in his fucking office.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
kidding.
Stupid. Yeah. So yeah.
So anyway,
and again, somebody not in a bargaining unit but pays union dues. Awesome. Right? So,
correct. And actually,
a
a
lot.
lot of the guys from Southern Manatee
all of them do.
admin up
Almost all
are
of
in
them
that
do.
same
Almost all of them
process.
do.
Yeah, so it's super awesome.
That's why they're allowed to attend the
Union
gala.
function. Correct. You're right. Which is a good disclaimer for you chiefs or administration people that are not.
Well,
Nikolai's-
we have an admin class, which is a different class and different amount and all that stuff. Dan Anderson and Ian and Adam and those guys, they choose to pay the full, like they're a full member.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just say, nope, this is what
They get it. They've been a part of it.
Tim Gear, Brian Canday from Brandon do the same thing, right? Guys up at North River do the same thing.
Right.
Like they get it. They've been part of this process for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Seth and Dan are pre-post Southern Manatee being union. You all get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It
knows.
totally changed the direction, Seth, of Southern Manatee when we unionized. It was night and day.
Yeah, I talked about an earlier episode. It's
Like watching, and the brothers and sisters of Parrish are going to get to witness this firsthand.
yep.
It matters.
when
It really, on
history
a
case.
very serious note,
We're a
it
fucking
so matters.
We're a fucking machine.
It is a machine, and they work and they operate very well.
And so we have certain levels, right, that we can work at, and I stand by what we do, and we
And it's
do
not
it very
just it's not just your contracts, disciplinary stuff. It is medical stuff too. The union is so vast in what they can do and help.
Yeah.
It's actually for everybody out there. It's scary.
well.
It's
You know-
scary what they can do.
And I think that's why like there's been a lot of push in the state to make unions have 60% of members or revote every year or do this or do that, and we've been kind of carved out. Well, I've never been really concerned with that because
You shouldn't be.
90-something% of our members are members, or bargaining unit people are members, right? First of all,
What are we at? 98% or not? We may even be at 100%.
We're not at
Yeah.
100.
Look, you'll get to a point down the road. You're gonna have guys that are gonna be asking, what's the union doing for us? Because everybody looks at their department and what's happening there. And I know at one point I sent the guy to Tallahassee, and he came back with a whole different perspective
Absolutely.
of what's going on. And then I've been in this coming up on 14 years this year, being involved in the union. And I went to DC this year and learned even more than what I thought I knew. So there's so much that happens, that you don't see and you don't know about. That's incredible.
These guys work
on a daily basis.
extremely hard.
well, and that's and Danny hit on something. Like he went to DC this year for the first time, and
Greg too.
yeah,
Right.
and and we have those opportunities always available, right? We actually had probably another 8 or 10 spots we could have took to Jacksonville this year that just never got filled, right? And get involved. We talk about it all the time. Like our executive board and myself recognize that we've been very fortunate in some stuff in this position I sit in, because we've always kind of had a next guy up. Well, what happens if the next guy up gets fucking hit by a bus or something? Like we need to have like 5 or 6 next guy ups, or possibles at least, right?
You do not have permission to get hit by a bus.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Just to be clear.
You, all you guys in this room, and my wife agree with that statement.
Yeah.
And my mother all agree with that
Yeah.
statement. But no, I've kind of tried to do this, and the executive board has definitely bought onto it. Is when you start bringing people to all these things, it kind of just get involvement. Because I was that guy once upon a time.
Word of mouth.
My DVP said, "Hey man, why don't you come to FBF convention with me this year?" Okay. Showed up. I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I'd been a union rep for
What do I
a
pay
little
these
bit.
dues for?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been a union rep for a little bit, and I did not have an idea what we do.
is
This is a machine. That
Absolute
we're part of.
crazy. The amount of
FPF,
hours.
over 32,000 firefighters.
Just in the FBF, right? And then in the IAFF, over 360,000 now, right? And we have all kinds of things, levers we can pull, right?
We're the second biggest in the state.
No.
Oh, our local fourth.
Local.
Yeah, fourth.
And growing.
Yes.
And growing.
Yeah. And so, we're a machine, and you can't really appreciate it till you see it in action. Like you go up you went up to the first time to your convention, dude. I mean, you guys attended classes, seminars, did all kinds of stuff, went to convention, got to see.
Yeah, it was absolutely eye opening. We had no idea what we were getting into, and I can tell you, as soon as we got back, the 2 guys that went with me, they started sharing with their crews what we experienced, what we learned, all this other stuff. And I mean, we had some non-members, they decided to join just from that information, just sharing what we learned.
The word of mouth.
That's cool.
It's awesome.
Perfect. And so that means next year,
Yeah.
instead of 3 guys from Parrish, 6 guys from Parrish will want to come.
Absolutely.
And real quick on that, when negotiations happen, invite all the non-members to sit in on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a member because we voted it in, but like I got involved because I seen Rocco in action on our first contract. He negotiated our first contract. And when I watched Rocco, I said to myself, I've got to be a part of this. And so you'd be surprised, like your first contract, you'd be surprised. Like it's history, it's monumental, the whole, I mean, just everything about it. But invite those guys and go, look, guys need to come see and what you're actually paying for.
Think of the rebels blowing up the Death Star. I mean, literally, that's the emotion.
I mean, they
and what
experienced it at Cedar too. Like
Cedar Hammock. Oh yeah,
we had
I
a
mean,
very
it's-
adversarial fucking chief there, right? And he can go fuck himself.
Well, he's
all
no
day.
longer there.
Yeah, but he can still go fuck himself.
Well,
All right, long time.
I'm working on the second one.
I have no problem saying that about Jeff Hoyle.
Poor Greg has to go back to work.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's like the name they don't speak at Cedar Hammock any longer, right? You say his name 3
Oh,
times.
did you go Harry Potter on me?
No.
That is a Harry Potter statement.
Like if you go into the bathroom at Cedar Hammock, at
It's
a
like Red
station,
Rum, more like Red Rum.
and you say his name 3 times in the mirror, he appears behind you, type shit. Like that's how they fucking don't talk about his name, you know. So he
And everything is going great in the
Yes.
right direction.
ever since he fucking left. Imagine that. Oh my god, you know. So I hope he fucking listens. He
It's
can
a
fuck
project
off.
and work, Greg.
Yeah.
Quick plug for Danny. He's been working on that contract. So, little
Yeah.
thanks to Danny.
Thank
for
you.
Rico for
Yes.
So it goes
Yeah,
back to
negotiation.
Group of
what
guys
our
that care about each other, so it's easy to do. You know?
it goes back to what do our business agents do, right? So Ethan, DVP at Cedar, this is his first contract.
Good
that he-
dude.
as a
Solid.
DVP.
I'll give you an example. They asked, because I was in all the negotiations, because for some reason, I became the secretary in printing everything. But they asked in their when they split apart and they have their, what's that called when you guys do that? When you split apart and the admin goes one way and the
Caucus.
A caucus, yeah.
Yes.
They have little caucuses. I get to sit in some of this stuff. And
great
they're
word.
like, they mentioned his name probably 50 times. Why is that guy here? And there's a reason for him being here, or Seth, now that he's in that position. There's a reason that they're there. It's
Yeah.
because they don't want the bullshit to be bullshit.
Yeah.
He sees through that and he's like, no. You guys need to look at it this way.
It's a business.
It's like having a rep.
No, I mean, because
He can get mad at me all he wants.
Yeah,
Nothing's
Tim
happening.
was
He
getting
don't
ready.
care.
Yeah.
He's there for a reason. They're there
Listen,
for a reason.
Dan Anderson's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, and he's a good chief. But
He's a very good chief.
But
Hey,
we were
Chief
going.
Anderson,
We were
you're a
going
very
to
good chief.
negotiations, and Tim says, I started meeting with Tim about going to negotiations. I said, "Hey, I'm going to sign Danny to you," and he's like, "Well, I don't need that." And I was like, "No, I'm
You
going to
do.
sign Danny to you." And then within like 2 meetings, he's calling me. He's like, "I'm so glad you signed Danny
Absolutely.
to me," because there's a certain component
Absolutely.
Yeah.
where we can say and do things because I don't work for said employee, right, or employer rather.
Keeps it from getting personal.
And it's just like, hey, no, I get it. Like, nope, this is where we're going to stop that, right? And we're going to move on and do this and push this issue. And you can have those discussions, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why people are chasing Southern Mantee's contract.
Yeah.
That's a big part because of that gentleman over there and Seth, because he was on that side
Seth
too.
Rocco. It's been going on for a while.
You guys
right?
got a great team over there.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
absolutely.
You have a great
I've been
team.
And you
doing
do.
it
And
15
you do.
years on
You
our
have, you
on
have a
our
great team over there.
And you do.
You'll get there, buddy.
Look, there's no one person.
Very true,
that-
Danny. You're good.
that
You're right.
Does anything in this local?
That's a fact.
By themselves.
By themselves. One person might get a group together, but that group can accomplish some phenomenal things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
With
what
the-
happens. You know, this guy right here has got a group behind him that believes in his message and what he's wanting to do. And
Dumbasses.
No more for you.
he's taking us off the cliff. No.
Yeah.
You see Jason jump off the bridge and do it? Yup.
I
think you would jump over the bridge.
Yeah.
I have jumped off a bridge.
That one doesn't count. But
I've landed in water though.
that one doesn't count.
big
I think
difference.
all of us have jumped off that bridge.
But no, it's a group effort across the board, no matter what you're doing in this local. It's
You guys are
important.
doing an amazing job, honestly.
Everybody's got to get involved, even the new guys. I remember as a pro be hearing your voice don't matter, and
It
you know
does.
you're a guy that your voice don't matter. That's not true. Everyone's voice matters.
Absolutely.
Get involved,
Yep.
give your opinion, and keep moving forward. That's all we can do.
You guys have been amazing.
No, and so like we were talking with Casey and Yago today and others, and so we get to negotiations. Like we want members to show up and just see, right? Like this is what we do. Like this is honestly, I say this all the time. Like contract negotiations and disciplines is a very small portion of what we do, but we do it, right? And we talked about it today, just the political side of things, getting certain individuals elected. How do we change things? Right? This, that. Like we're working constantly. I am working constantly.
Yes,
we
you
are
are.
working constantly.
Not past 6 o'clock, you're not.
Well, if I'm sitting next, I can tell you this. If I'm sitting next to my wife,
That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke, Seth. Take the joke. Just
Okay.
take it, buddy. Just take it. I know this guy works. That was a joke.
He'll wait for his wife to fall asleep.
Hey, Bubby, it was a joke. It was such a joke. You missed a joke,
like
buddy.
we're sitting there watching TV, and she'll be like, "Well, I got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed early." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." She's like, "You're not going to bed yet?" No, I'm not tired. Now I'm tired. I got
Negotiations,
nothing to
correct me if I'm wrong, Jay.
Yeah.
Your members can sit in them.
say. Oh yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
It's a public
Absolutely.
hearing.
We've had that.
Yeah.
Hey, any Parrish people listening? You
Tell
guys hear
them
it
to
here.
go sit in. You will be so informed about what is going on. I learned a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into just even prepping for this, as Casey learned today. There's like we got to the point where we're just like tired, like mentally tired of prep, right? And because we want to be right. And when I was
We'll probably do it 10 more times.
Yeah, one of the biggest things when I was a business agent was like, man, I want when I walk into negotiations, I want to know my shit tightly, right?
Right.
And so we're working on that process, and
That's what you want.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
yeah,
They're I'm telling you, it's a machine. I talked to Seth on the side many times, and I'm telling you, they know their stuff. They're prepared.
we try.
There's answers that I wouldn't even think of, and you'd be like, "Hey, Sean, you need to do X, Y, and Z." I'm like, "Fuck, I didn't even think of that."
And one plug on that. I mean, we don't know it all. We're constantly in a state of learning. The another thing your dues pays for is for attorneys, and so we have an awesome,
Oh yeah.
law group
and
that
also
we refer to all the time.
and also we're in a constant state of learning. Another thing your dues pays for is for trainings.
Yeah.
Those learnings, right?
Peer support.
Yeah, that's
Little
stuff.
plug to the peer support.
That stuff.
We'll get you
Yep.
guys involved as soon as
Yep,
your
I got-
captain or chief over there that decides to actually anchor something in and not cancel on me every fuck.
Okay, but
Yep.
Sorry.
I got one more thing here. So
Well, we didn't go to the. Let me finish up on the Justin Markey.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
So the Justin Markey thing, super important
Squirrel hunting again.
to honor his name. For those of you who don't know, is a firefighter for Southern Manatee that passed away January 1st of this year. Unfortunately, and we decided to get together and do a scholarship fund to send someone to firefighter EMT school. Come support the golf tournament. It will be a direct reflection on that. It's everything's out there. If you don't have it, contact the union. They have all the information, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we have it up on our social media and website now.
It'll be a great tournament.
the
Braden Golf Course. Braden Country Club. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't get to play it, right? You have to be
You
a
don't.
member, so that's
You have to
that's
be a
an awesome
member.
experience, right?
Yeah,
So-
I'm going all out on it. I'm trying to do all the bells and whistles. So
I've lived in Bradenton 19 years, almost 20 years now, and I have never played that golf course because I'm
it's
not a member.
hard. I will tell you, it's hard. It's a beautiful course.
Yeah.
The greens are fast and hard, and
Not like Sean. So anyway,
All right. I see. I'm in enough of these. I'll get my dig back. That's okay. I'm glad you're the president, because if you're not, wow.
all right. So
Shots fired.
So
Wow.
messing with Sean
I'm not
Day.
even looking at him right now because I'm.
Yeah, messing with Sean Day. So our president, FPF president, Wayne Bernie Bernosca. So today, the official statement of proposed constitutional amendment number 3. Right. So we talked about this a little bit last show, and it's out. Right. And we're gonna kind of feed off of this going forward. Members, know that we're acutely aware of what this may do to some of our organizations. And so we're going to do what we have to do. And a resolution was passed at the FPF floor by the delegates that we were going to oppose this. And the first statement out on this from our president today was this. And I'm reading it, so give me time. We believe tax relief and strong public safety can coexist. Unfortunately, This amendment does not provide a clear path to achieving both. Until there is a reliable plan to provide the revenues necessary to support fire protection, EMS, and disaster response, we cannot support a proposal that could jeopardize the services Floridians depend on every day. That's our official statement, right? And that's the statement we're going to roll through. And we talked about this a little bit last week. Is we understand people need relief. We all need relief. Everybody in this room.
We're all
needs
part
relief.
of it.
Yeah, everyone in this room needs relief. Gas prices are higher. I'm not going to get into any of the politics of that. But I do know a little bit about economics, right? And I will say when gas prices go up, everything goes up. Shipping goes up, cost of doing business goes up, everything goes up with that stuff. It's going on. Been going on for a while. And we all feel it. We all talk about it in contract, right? Cost of living is what it is, and we have to negotiate for our members to try to overcome some of those things. Had this bill proposal or constitutional amendment proposal identified us and then take us and carve us out, for lack of a better term, to ensure that our funding levels maintain what they need to be. Because we're not just talking, and we talked about this last week, we're not talking about just keeping what we have. Every one of these organizations are going through growth. Fucking Parrish, man. Every time I go up to Parrish, there's some new building I don't know about.
Exploding.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These guys,
You're building another station, right?
tentatively,
Tentatively,
it's in the pipeline.
it's in the.
I moved out to Parrish because it was quiet. I was the
Yeah,
third house in
a
my
lot of people
neighborhood,
did.
and now there's not a single cow pasture left.
Yeah, no, and so
welcome.
yeah, these guys. So they in order to service the public at the high level that they do, they're talking about having to get a third station. Fuck, man, like 6-8 years ago, you had one station, that was it, right? Now you got a second. Now you're talking about you just built a second. Now you're talking about quickly building a third, right? And I actually ran into a resident from Parrish who asked me some of those questions. Well, hey man, my stuff went up, and I know we had to build a new house, and they're now talking about a third house. Why is that? And I said, well, look around you, bro. I mean, I didn't say it like that. You know? Like, look around, sir.
Yeah.
You live in Parrish.
In your delegate voice.
In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is it? No, sir, you live in Parrish.
Do you not have eyes?
Yeah, every time I drive down 301 or
be right
whatever,
back.
or Fort Hammer or whatever.
Dude, do you have to have a pee-pee break, Bob?
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Everything that goes on in Parrish, it's growth, right? And I said, and the national response time is 7 minutes or less in order to ensure that the district needs those things, right? We need more, and then with that comes you have to put people in that station. You can't just put a house up with nobody there, right? And he's like, okay, yeah, I get it, and blah, blah, blah. And so it's going on in Florida. People, it's out. Our state is awesome, right? I've lived here my whole life. And, well, almost my whole life. My parents moved me down when I was an infant, or toddler, rather, when I was a toddler. And so a lot of places I don't even recognize any longer. I drive back home to Homestead, and I'm like, what the shit is going on down here, right? Once upon a time, it was farms, cow pastures. Not cow pastures.
Air Force Base and
Farms.
Yep.
Air Force Base and farms, right? And a couple houses in between. And now it's built out wall to wall, and it's happening everywhere. And okay, and some citizens will complain about the development and growth, the same people who once upon a time lived somewhere else, right?
They are the development and growth.
Yeah, I love when somebody's like, oh, the development in Florida sucks, and we need to stop it immediately. And it's like, okay, how long have you
After
been
I
here?
moved here.
How long you been here? Well, 8 years. Yeah. You're fucking the problem. William, when I moved here, it wasn't a problem. No, but that's how this
You are
goes.
part of the problem. I am from here.
I've actually seen somebody. I actually asked somebody that's
All the time.
How long have you been here? And she's like, oh, I moved down from Michigan 8 years ago. And I'm like, oh, so you're part of the problem. And she looked at me all weird.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They
I'm
don't
not
get
a
it.
problem.
Yeah.
No, you
No,
are.
I just mean nobody but me should be able to
Yeah,
develop
as
here.
soon as I moved here,
That's what everybody means.
close the door to Florida.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not how this works.
That's
right?
what they mean.
Yeah. And so, listen, we did it. We're working it. We have to. Our call volumes are going up. So we have to build stations because,
Feel better?
station 1 or 2 or 3 or wherever you're at, if they're out on a call, and then something happens in 3 areas, somebody else has to respond to it. So we have to build matrices to do that stuff. So we know that, right? And so we're not talking about just maintaining what we have. We have to maintain a system, revenue system, that allows for these departments that we represent the growth that they need to represent such, right?
I think that's a systemic failure on a lot of administrations with growing areas like that. It's the public doesn't get educated on the amount of growth happening and what that does to the departments. That question. Oh, they built a second fire station. Yeah, but the population's grown by X amount, and that fire station is now empty this amount of time because they're running calls to this part of the neighborhood or this zone because this apparatus is gone now.
Yeah.
So we need an extra apparatus to make sure that we're all covered. But that doesn't happen, and it's a failure because the public is what's going to suffer.
Yeah.
At the end of the day on that.
No, you're right. And even like a couple years ago, we did a ballot initiative referendum in North River to go for ad valorem taxing, right? And Joe Sicking, dude, he went to every fucking HOA, trailer park association, Chamber of Commerce place, everything you can think about. Like that dude left the office at 4 and went to a meeting like every day for like 3 months.
Yeah.
To go out because like listen, it's one thing to talk about us going out and talking about it, right?
Yeah.
But we're firefighters, right? It's another thing when the fire chief says this is why we need this stuff, right? And he went out and did that, and it passed with over 60% of the vote. Right now, it may get dinged by this whole referendum, but it passed, and that's what's needed. That's what you're talking about needing, right?
Absolutely.
And so fire chiefs sometimes get real comfortable in their positions, and they don't want to stick their necks out. Not all of them. There are some very good fire chiefs in our local who are willing to stick their necks out and do this sort of things like Joe did. Some are just like, well, I don't want to take the hit. It's on you guys to do this. It's on you guys to sell this. I heard that a little bit, maybe another referendum that did not pass recently. And so,
I almost said it.
yeah, and so
I believe I walked the streets for that one.
yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I digress. So you know, these chiefs, they're in these comfy high dollar jobs, and the last thing they want to do is stick their necks out because they might get lopped off, right, from a commission or something like that. Well, if you're doing that, if you're too busy saving your job to not do your job, then you're a fucking problem. And so I have no problem saying that. And we have maybe some of those issues going on, and maybe there's a survey out there from a group of members of mine from some city down south of here that reflects that response in their fire chief, the confidence they have in their fire chief, because he refuses to fucking do the right thing and do his job instead of try to save his fucking job. So I have no problems. And honestly, those people need to lose their jobs. I have no problem saying that. If you can't go out there and explain to the public why you need what you need and sell it, then maybe you shouldn't be there. That's it.
That's why you're fire chief, man.
Yeah, yeah. So we have great fire chiefs, and then we have maybe not so great. So we do. I mean, there's guys like that shit, man. There's a somebody I truly respect. He's a member of ours. I truly respect a lot. I've known for a long time. And me and Matt McElroy were down at Jay's thing, and he looked at the two of us, and he's like, "You're the two guys I would fall through anything, right?" And that says a lot from people I love and respect, but it also says a lot about Matt, because he took over, right? He took over a shit show. Charlotte was hemorrhaging people, and he came in and almost immediately just engaging with the guys and putting his neck out to say, nope, my guys need more. They need this. They need that. Right? He's doing his job. He doesn't care about protecting his job. He's just doing his job. And the guys see that. They love him. He gets to hang out. Doesn't even have to buy his own beer, right? Because guys will buy it for him, right? That says something for you. If you're a fire chief and you show up to an event, you have to pay for your own beer. That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's what you call a situation.
That's a fucking problem. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and you're right. It's people. It's failures to forecast out what's going on. But it's okay. That's what part of why we're here. So we'll do what we have to do to make sure our members are doing what they need to do. So, but that's our statement from the FBF, and we'll be sharing that. I've actually, as the president of this local, I've actually written out a letter to share with the members, and I've been wordsmithing it for a little bit, and I was just waiting for Bernie's thing to kind of match up, because I know members have asked, what are we doing? We're not sitting on our hands, but we're also, our hair's not on fire, right? So it does no good for an organization if the general of said organization is running around like he's, like his head's cut off, right? No, you'll never see that out of me. We've been through this. Am I concerned? Sure. But I'm also thinking about plan B, C, D, E, and F. And that's what we're here for, right? And I think you talked about that. That's part of our problem with some of our fire chiefs. They have not. They sit there and they submit their budget and they say, oh, you got to cut 5% or 10%. Okay, sir, here it is. No. What you go back and do is you say, no, I can't. Because my staffing is already at below minimums. Overtime budget's getting fucked up. And I can't recruit, retain at these levels. Have those hard discussions. That's how you fucking do it. Have hard discussions. I don't like some of the things I have to say or do, but it's the way it goes. So, and we have some great fire chiefs that do that all the time, and then we have some that have surveys that say otherwise. Which
Casey, welcome to the local.
Which Danny and I will have discussions about here shortly. So, anyway, brothers, unless you guys got something else.
USA tonight. I know we're going to be celebrating, so 8:00.
Bosnia.
Support your nation.
I don't even know how to say the other part of that.
I just say Bosnia.
Bosnia. Okay.
Yeah, it's easier. In cahoots, if you want to come, I'll be there. First drink on me if you show up.
Whoa. I mean, that's,
Be careful.
watch out, man. When Sean opens up his wall, the Eagles on the fucking dollars start screaming because they haven't seen sunlight in years.
I'm just saying, show up tonight.
Yeah. George Washington starts fucking.
Too bad that's not
Fighting
live,
his
because
eyes.
if it was live, it'd be a lot of
I
people.
know. Yeah, you get away with that. Yeah.
All right, how about this? If they make it to the final round, or not the final round, round of 16, which will be the next one if we win tonight, in cahoots, I'll buy your first drink.
See, he already.
Is there a chance of USA playing England on the 4th of July?
Not a chance.
No, not anymore.
Pretend there is.
We've been there before. We know how that ends.
Yeah, England loses.
Yes, every time.
Every time.
I have some British friends.
So do I.
That I've met online, and sometimes they like to talk shit to me and my American buddies. We're like, hey,
I
listen,
can only
Ross,
imagine what you say.
0-1.
first of all, we stomped you, right? And second of all, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German.
Yeah,
So let's get this
We
right.
stopped you. We stopped you and then saved you.
Yes.
And then saved you again.
Yes, twice, not once or twice. Yeah, like-
We're still saving the world,
yeah,
people.
Yeah, so greatest country in the world. Just like
need to-
what's
we need
funny
to get
is
some
these
things in
World,
check, though.
these World Cup people come over here and they're like,
Oh, they're
holy
loving
shit.
it.
They're like, holy shit, this is.
Fantastic.
You guys put ranch dressing on everything. That's awesome.
We're allowed to have fun.
So true,
Yes.
man.
We can have fun and say whatever we want.
Yeah. We can climb on top of shit.
We can stay in stadiums after they close.
Just the videos of like Scotland, Japan, and Norway alone. have been
Oh, the Argent-
incredible.
The Argentina ones in the last
Yeah.
victory they had, they stayed in that stadium for like 45 minutes to an hour after they won, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Dude, you got to leave." And
But
I'm
I
like,
mean-
we're not leaving.
Scotland drank 3 times more beer than the bars sell on St. Patty's Day in Boston.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
That's crazy numbers.
That's nuts. The Sam Adams distillery closed
Yes.
because of Scotland.
Yeah, they had
That's
to bring
wild.
Yes,
Like,
they had to bring in beer from their other shit
yeah,
to
like,
fund
that's
their brewery.
nuts. Yeah.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, they were going nuts, enjoying their
motherland.
team, watching their team play.
Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. You know,
Absolutely.
like we initially planned to have Chip on here, but that's okay. Next week we'll have one of our electeds or endorsed candidates on. Thank you guys for being here today. We had a full table again, which is awesome, and
Let's keep it going.
we spent a whole episode almost just shooting the shit, which is probably needed anyway. So
Yeah.
Good one.
Love watching them when I can't attend. Spread the word if you watch them and you haven't talked
Yeah.
to somebody that hasn't watched them.
yeah, or listen to them.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Get the word out. It's awesome, and then ask if you can attend.
Absolutely.
You get a shirt.
I thought it was an
Well,
invite
first of all,
until Jason
yeah.
goes, no, just show up. Wednesdays at 1. I'm
no,
like, okay.
Oh, it's still an invite.
Get involved.
Well,
This is all getting
Contact
involved.
Jason.
It's important.
We can only do 6, but yes, but
Contact Jason first.
I mean, today was kind of like, well, we have Chip, and I had these two coming on, and then it was like Chip canceled. I was like, well, fuck it, we'll just do this instead.
Plan B.
Yeah, I mean, adapt and overcome.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah, and what's plan B?
2546.
Yeah. So, all right, brothers, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We're gonna sign off.
Thank
Peace
you.
out.
Thank you.
Thank you.